Welcome back to Sip the Tally Films. I'm your host, Coach Evans, and today on our pre-season power rankings, we're at team number 9, my favorite number. But yesterday, let's recap team number 10, which was the Arizona Cardinals. Position rankings for the Arizona Cardinals: quarterback room 15, running back room 15, wide receivers 23, tight end 14, offensive line 4, defensive line edge group 4, linebackers 26. Cornerback room 16, and rounding it out, safety room was number 5. Let's get into team number 9. Now, team number 9, in my opinion, looking at their draft list, overall had a really good draft. I feel like round 1 through 7, just looking at it, they had some guys that really stood out, especially when I look back at the guys that I scouted in the draft process, that me and Chris scouted in the draft process. They look to build this team a certain way, and they're in the process of building that team a certain way. And this is year 2 for them putting their plan into motion, and it's really coming around as to looking like a Michigan of the NFL. So team number 9 is the Los Angeles Chargers, and Jim Harbaugh and company have brought Michigan to the NFL. Let's take a look at who they drafted and why I liked it so much going forward. First round pick, they drafted Omarion Hampton, the running back out of North Carolina. Behind Ashton Jeanty, they say this was running back 2. I would beg to differ. I would say 1B. If you go back and look at the tape, Hampton's really, really, really good. Not to slight Jeanty in no way, shape, or form, but Hampton's really good. The thing that Hampton has on Jeanty, he's a better pass protector. Jeanty's probably a better runner. Hampton's a better pass protector, and we know pass pro gets you on the field a lot more than not having pass pro. Second round, they picked up Trey Harris, a big body wide receiver from Ole Miss, who I really liked in the process. Third round, they picked up Jamari Caldwell, a defensive tackle from Oregon, who another good pick. Fourth round, Kyle Kennard, defensive end from South Carolina, another good pick that I liked. Fifth round, Keandre Lambert-Smith, wide receiver from Auburn, who was okay. But this fifth round pick right here, who I really liked, Arundé Gasson, tight end out of Syracuse. I think it's going to be a matchup nightmare. Can play slot receiver, can play H-back, can play traditional tight end. If Greg Roman can break out and be creative for some way, or somebody in that room can be creative and tell Greg, hey, use Arundé in this way, shape, form, or fashion, Arundé can be a matchup nightmare with all the other stuff they do in, I was about to say San Diego, in Los Angeles. Another 6th round pick, Branson Taylor, offensive lineman from Pittsburgh. R.J. Mickens, a safety from Clemson. And then Triquez Bridges, a safety from Florida. And I think they picked those 2 safeties because they want to deploy Derwin James a little bit more in the box. And not in the box, but as like a slot corner. And you'll see when I flip to the defensive side, PFF has Derwin as a nickel, even though I have him ranked when I do my rankings as a safety, but PFF has him as a nickel. But we'll get to that when we get to the defensive side. Let's take a look at the offense and see how I have them ranked and who they have on their depth chart. This is their offense. Let me put my depth chart up. All right, Justin Herbert. Now, if you're from where I'm from and you saw this last name on the board, you wouldn't have pronounced it Herbert. You would have pronounced it Abear. If you know, you know. If you know who I'm talking about, put it in the comment section and why I say Abear. But let's keep going with Justin Herbert. In the quarterback room, Justin Herbert, Taylor Heineke, Trey Lance. Trey Lance is just like a ping pong ball, just bouncing around. And the fourth quarterback on this roster is DJ U. DJ had a nice time at Clemson, and then at Oregon State, then at Florida State, and now I don't know how he got to the NFL, but he's there. But we're not going to spend a lot of time on it. Running back room. Nice running back room. Najee Harris, Amarian Hampton, Hassan Haskins, and Kamani Vidal. Kamani is in his second year. Amarian will be a rookie. And then they picked up Najee from Pittsburgh. And I will say this. All my rankings for them was before Najee got hurt. Was before the receiver retired. Mike retired. So keep that in mind when we go to the rankings. If that was pre all this other stuff happening. So it's gonna stick, not changed. But I like that running back room, and Najee will be back. He'll be back. And Kamani Vidal it does not suck. I don't know why he's listed as the fourth back behind Haskins, but Hampton's gonna be the bell cow in that system, and I think he's gonna love what Roman does, and he's gonna fit it just well. Wide receiver room. I didn't think much of Ladd coming out. I knew Ladd was okay. I didn't think Ladd was going to be the dog that he was. Ladd had an amazing season last year, and he made a believer out of me. Ladd McConkey can go in all aspects of the game. Route running, catching the ball. He's a complete receiver. He just not big, and that don't even matter at this point because he can do it all. Quentin Johnson, who just ain't giving you what he was expected to do, being like one of the first wide receivers drafted a couple years ago. Trey Harris, who they picked up, can take the reps that Mike Williams would have gotten. Hopefully he can be what Mike would have gave them coming out of Ole Miss. They also got Jalen Reagor on the team. Again, they drafted Keandre Lambert-Smith. Brandon Rice is still there. Jalen Johnson also, and Dez Fitzpatrick. But you can also factor in Arundé Gaston, maybe with that group as well with the tight ends. And then with the tight end group, you got Will Dissly, Tyler Conklin, and Tyler Conklin that was in the video doing that everybody was cracking jokes about. and so the tight end group it's okay. It's not great, nothing to write home about. But I think Arundé Gaston can be a matchup nightmare in that offense. Offensive line. This is one of your better and deeper offensive linemen. This is one of the reasons why I say it's Michigan in the NFL, because they got Rashawn Slater, Bradley Bozeman, Zion Johnson, Mekhi Becton, who had a resurgence with Philadelphia last year, Joe Alt, who was the number one pick for them last year, and they got some guys on the bench that can fill in. Jamari Salyer, Trey Pipkins. They 8 linemen deep. They 8 linemen deep. Let's see what I have them ranked. We already at 8 minutes. I ain't got the defense yet. Quarterback room, 8. No matter how you feel about Herbert, he can play. He can play. Running back 9, wide receiver 21, tight end 16, offensive line 8. Let's flip on over to the defensive side and see what I have them ranked. All right, they're a base 3-4 team on defense, but again, nickel for similarity for everybody. Up front, Deshaun Hand, Tahir Tart, I ain't gonna try to pronounce that. It's not today. Hold on, getting a phone call. G West, you made the video. I'm gonna have to call you back. Back to it. Deshaun Hand, Tahir Tart, they got Jamari Caldwell. That's the rookie they picked up, so he'll be a part of that as well. Outside linebackers, kind of fitting that too. They got Bud Dupree that's going to maybe be a part of that. But when you look at the linebackers, you got the veteran Denzel Perriman. They got Henley. Junior Colson will be a part of that as well. But then you look at their corners. You look at Dante Jackson, who's a speedster. Speed is really his biggest asset. Coverage is whatever. Tyub Steele is probably one of their betters. The rookie from last year, Cam Hart from Notre Dame, who, if Derwin is not their slot, Cam would probably be their slot, along with Jackson and Steele. But Cam Hart may be the slot if Derwin James is not the slot, and you see Derwin on your screen. But when you look at that safety room, Derwin is listed as a safety, so I have him graded as a safety. So Derwin James, Tony Jefferson, Aloha Gilman. That's a really good safety room as well. But Derwin is so versatile. He can Derwin can play linebacker if you wanted him to. If they go dime and put Derwin at linebacker, I can see that happening as well. But let's see where I have their defensive groups ranked. Defensive line edge. Oh, I didn't mention Khalil Mack. I forgot. I guess with my phone ringing, I forgot. Khalil Mack up front. That's their best defensive player up front. They lost Bosa. Mack's going to be expected to lead this group. Him and Dupree coming off the edge. And I forgot to mention that, but my fact, I got threw off with my phone ringing. Defensive line edge group 13. Linebacker 16. Cornerback room 24. Safety group 6. And when you take all 9 of those together, add them up, divide them by 9, you come up with 13.4444. And that makes your Los Angeles Chargers the number 9 team on the More Sip to Tally Power Rankings. Let me know if I have any group too high. And as a matter of fact, I'll show them to you again. This is the defense. This is the offense. Or too low. Put it in the comment section. And again, I apologize, Khalil Mack, for not talking about you like I should have. But Khalil Mack is the ageless veteran who will be relied upon to lead this defense with these young bucks and Derwin James. So I appreciate you guys for coming out. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. Like the video. Subscribe if you've not done so. Hit that bell so you can be notified when the rest of these videos drop. And I'll see y'all tomorrow for team number 8. Peace and love. Y'all be blessed.